What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Frey Experience. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Frey. My social medias will be linked in the description, with it being my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Facebook group chat, which I solely created just for you guys to talk, post pictures, get a hold of me. Lines also in the description will be my sponsors. If you're looking to get some line, I got you guys covered down there with some P-line. Wide variety of line for every angler out there, and I'll get into depth about that later. Also, we'll be down there will be Lose Rods. Use code FREY, F-R-E-Y, all caps. I'll put it right here on the screen so you guys can see, and that will get you started off with getting some rods and or setups or just reels, whatever you prefer. So today, guys, we're out here at a brand new body of water, Lake del Valle. And I tried to get out here about 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately I had ice in my ice chest and they turned me away, so I had to drive 2 hours back home to go fish somewhere else. So I'm excited to be out here on a new body of water, and with being a new body of water comes the challenges of fishing a new lake. And some tips for you guys on how I like to break down new lakes is I like to go to Google Earth, and I like to change the year to see what the water levels are and where structure is. I like to put points or drop pins on those areas, and I've done that already. I haven't gone too far from the ramp, just going to start right here on a steep rock wall bank, and it has some trees and stuff like that. Today is going to be interesting. Never fished here before, so that comes with the challenges of fishing a new lake, of course. And my tip for you guys, to start off with the first tip of the day right here, if you guys are fishing a new body of water, I recommend you cover water and do not stop moving till you figure something out. Fish in a specific area, you are more than welcome to go back through there and throw different baits to see what also works. And with covering water comes with a lot of moving baits. And with that, I have a glide bait, which the depth's 175. I have a top water, and I have a medium diving crankbait that I don't know if it's going to come off or not. I might switch it up here in a little bit if that's not going to work. And also with my finessier style baits where I can slow down and actually pick apart areas and or structure, I have a drop shot, of course, and a jig in a little bit. But I'm going to quit talking and get straight into fishing. And this lake is pretty small, to be honest with you. You could probably, I know for a fact I could fish this lake in one day, easily. No questions about it. Will I be able to today? Maybe not necessarily, because I definitely don't want to get stuck in the commuter traffic, because I have to drive up and over the Altamont to get back home. Like I said, I live about almost 2 hours away from this lake. So I don't know how long I'm going to spend out here. I'm going to try to get off the water around 11 or 12. And also, guys, working your top water fast like this is also another great approach to finicky fish, because if they're seeing a lot of top water, they're seeing a lot of techniques that are going to be copied and mimicked, and speeding your top water up like this gets those fish real hot and heavy to come after it, and it gives them a lot of less time to initially actually look at the bait and analyze it to realize that, hey, that's not an actual shad or some form of bait fish on top of the water, skimming or chasing down something. So moving top water fast is another great option. And it also goes along with covering water extremely fast. You catch a lot of active fish moving your top water fast. And when you get structure like this, guys, especially laid down like this, that's actually not touching the bank, make multiple casts at it. I like to start off with making a cast out on the deeper side of it, just because if I do catch a fish, I have a better chance of actually getting that fish in and or not landing that fish, and actually being able to cast to the other side of the tree or in the tree to catch another fish, instead of casting in the middle of the tree, hooking into a fish and it fighting, flopping, and disturbing the rest of the fish in the tree and making them not willing to actually come back out of top water. If there's bait in the area and those fish are actively feeding, it does make a difference, but if you're not seeing any bait, then I would definitely go with the approach of trying to get multiple fish off of one tree. There we go. Working that top water slow, guys. That ain't a bad one. Actually, I think it came off. It was a smallmouth. Darn it. That wasn't a bad smallmouth too to start the day off. Came out over deeper water, not on the bank. So I gotta put a mental note in here. And you guys are gonna see that I actually stopped the bait after the fish came off, and I continue to work the bait. A lot of times, guys, this time of year, dead end of summer, beginning of fall and into fall, those fish really group up, guys, and you'll actually be surprised on how often you'll miss a fish on top water, or it'll come off like that, and you'll actually work your bait and get another one to come and eat it if they're schooled up. And guys, with me knowing there's an actual active fish here, I'm gonna make a couple casts with a non-reaction bait. I'm gonna opt for a jig because that's one of my confident baits in fishing new waters. And I'm gonna make a couple casts with the jig in the area that I lost that fish at. Not necessarily right on where I lost the fish at, but I'll fish about 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the right, just to make a couple casts to see if there is actually just one fish there that was actively feeding, or if I could trick another one into eating that wasn't so active with actually getting down there on the bottom, making some noise with this half-ounce jig. That's a fish. Right on the bank. I thought, I was like, no way it's that deep right there. That ain't a bad one. Right on the bank. It's no giant, but it's not a bad one. Largemouth. I'm no Lake Del Valle expert, but I will take that for the first fish of the day. Not too big and not too small, but I'll take that right there. I know it's close to 2 pounds. Yeah, that's a 240. Ain't a bad one. Almost a 2.5 pounder for the first fish of the day. I ain't gonna complain. Came on the jig. Super finessey, 3¼ inch. Football head. That's a good one. That's it. There's gonna be a fish. It's gonna be right there on that point. That's a good one. It's a good smallie. Oh, you're a little bit bigger than that, buddy. A little bit bigger than that. Ain't a bad smallie. That was a lot bigger when it blew up on it. When you really truly can't tell how big a smallmouth is when they blow up on it, because this guy came completely out of the water. I thought he was gonna be at least over 2.5. I think he's a 190, almost 2 pounds. Not to have a fish in it. I can't tell if it's a big one or not. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Oh my god, he's running sideways. Oh, he's actually not all that big. Made it though, I'll take that. Look at that one. All right. On the depths. She's probably close to 3.5 pounds, probably. 340. Get off, thank you. Biggest of the day. been getting followers on a swim bait. I've been getting some followers and a couple bites on the glide. Just haven't been hooking up. Finally was able to get one, and in my opinion, it was worth it to make this trip feel like it actually was not a waste of time. I feel good. I feel great. Let's get back out there. Alrighty guys, calling it a day. It was rough. It was really rough. Missed some on top water, missed some on glide baits. Had some followers on glide baits and on swim baits, of course, as well. Overall, it was a really tough day, but I'm glad I still was able to come out here and actually fish this lake and fish somewhere new and give you guys some newish content. But overall, I had fun today, even though